Hi everyone, it's Brittany here, and I thought I would do a new updated craft room tour. I just finished this right before Christmas, and I thought I have my other one out there, but now that I have my space working, I think perfectly for me, I thought I would just do a quick little video and show you guys my room. So, yeah, I'll just jump right in, and sorry for it being a little bit shaky. I'm going to try to keep it straight. So first, this is my desk, and I got this at a garage sale actually, and I refinished it. I distressed it and painted it and everything like that, and I absolutely love it. I think it turned out super cute, but I really wanted an island in here, so my husband went ahead and did that for me. He made me this gorgeous island, and I'll show you guys what's on the other side. Um, so if we ever move, I can take this. This top is basically fitted to fit these pieces exactly, and then if we ever move, I can take them in the top and everything with us. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, in my desk I just have a bunch of like embossing. I have all my embossing, oh my goodness, whatever that stuff is, um, powder, there we go. I have all that in there, and then all my planner stuff is in the drawers and things, and I'm not going to open all those up. But here is my desk part. The one thing I do want to talk about is my caddy here. So I have everything that I use pretty much, you know, daily, or the stuff that I use most often is right here in my caddy. I have my ATG gun, I've got my bone folders, a bunch of markers and palette knives, paintbrushes, you know, my stapler, my little scissors and things like that. So those are in there. You can see my washi tray is back here. And then my silhouette's on that side, but I'll get to that when we get over there. So I'm just going to spin you over here, trying not to make anyone sick. So I have my vintage sewing machine up here. My dad got me that. So up there is kind of more display stuff. This box has a bunch of random stuff that I still need to find spots for. But I'll tell you guys really quickly what's in all of my boxes. So I have ribbon and flowers in this one. And then this thing is actually full of ribbon and trim too. I just need to, use it or sell it or give it away or something. And then over here I have bags and tags, and then ephemera. Up here I have card bases and envelopes. My journals that are too fat to fit in this one are there. But these are all like my art journals and things like that. And this one here, I have my hot glue gun and my clay molds and things, and then my Neo colors are on top for now. My gelatos are here, my sticker maker, bling and enamel dots, and then stickers. My washi tape is here in this basket. And then I have my stamps there. This is kind of a junk collector, so I really need to get rid of that. But in these iris cases, I have alphas, thickers, chipboard, and Project Life protectors. And then I have my Bind It All over here. These both have 2 baskets of paper, the 6x6 paper. This is a button maker, and then I have some fabric in there for those buttons and things. And then down here I have my extra notebooks and different papers and my little score board. This one here is finished cards, but I need to label that. That one is embossing folders, and then I have acrylic paint, and then I have gesso and modeling paste and things there. In this last one here, I have beads and charms, and my loose enamel dots are all over there. This is my printer, and then these are my Project Life cards in my Close to My Heart organizers. And then here I have my paper trimmers and my scoreboard. And then this is just like a cutting mat if I use my rotary cutter. So then right next to that I have my dies, and these are in my Raskog cart from IKEA. And most of them fit on this top shelf, but the ones that don't are underneath. So I have my wafer thin dies over here in the Avery pockets. And then my Tim Holtz and Sizzix dies here. These are my longer ones. These are the movers and shapers, and then just the edge ones here. And then down here I have my art bin, which I don't use anymore. It's just not very practical for as many dies I have, I guess. And then I have my plates for my Big Shot. And then I have my super long dies here. Sorry, it's getting really dark and I don't know why. Down here I have a bunch of stamps that I just need to put away. So I'm gonna move there. If I did this during the day, you guys would probably be blinded because I get so much light in my room. I have a really small room. It's probably about maybe 8 feet by 9 feet. I don't know. I'm pretty bad at that, but anyways. So up here on this shelf, I just have my buttons. I have a couple of random things, my grommets, brads, my paint daubers. I keep my flowers up here and some bling, Prima tags. On this one here, I keep my first I keep my glitter, and then I keep my sprays and my dilutions and my stickles and other glitter glues. I have my Distress Stain, my Inca Gold, and then on the bottom there I just keep all of my Lindy's, which it looks like I have a couple out of place. But there's that. And then I'm just going to cover you up really quickly, and we're going to go over to this side. So here's this at a closer view, I guess, or a different angle. And then again, I'm just going to cover you a little bit. My dog is in here to say hi, I guess. But this is what's on the other side, and these are the Recollections cubes, like the 12 by 12s. And these drawers have a bunch of ephemera and buttons and all of that stuff. And then I have like my printer paper and cardstock up here. It's really dark over here, so I'm sorry for that, but I have all my planner stickers here. And then 8x8 paper pads. These are all loose 12 by 12s. So is the bottom. And then these are like 4x6s. And those are specialty papers like watercolor, transparency, stuff like that. Sorry. And then over here, I don't think we're going to be able to see the colors, but these are all color coded. So it's like black, white, brown, yellow, orange, red, purple, green, blue. And then I have my most used 12 by 12 paper pads. So there's those. And then I'll show you guys where I have the rest of those in a minute. So on this side, I have these great ink storage. And those are from Organize More. I absolutely love them. I wish that I could buy a bigger one for my other ink, which I'll show you where that's at here in a second. But over here, I just have all my Distress ink. I have a couple like gesso and things that I use quite often. My Dina Wakley paints, I just got those for Christmas, so I had to leave those out. My Tombow markers are up here in my huge mug. That thing is massive. And then these are my Ariel inks, my archival inks, and then my Memento inks. And then on this side of my desk, right now it's just sitting on the floor. But this is where I have all of my Simon Says Stamp and Hero Arts ink pads. I need a massive ink holder for this. And these are actually it's a cassette. It's an old cassette holder that I found. And I'm using it. I'm just kind of debating if I want to paint it white or not. And then I could hang it up, but it's just wood, so I don't want to hang it up yet. And now, oh, okay, here's the back side of my desk. So I have my silhouette back here, so I can just plug it in and cut whenever I want to. And then over here is where I keep the rest of my stuff. So this is inside of my closet. I just don't have doors on it. So up here I have like big photo paper and like specialty papers. And then I have sticker sheets, Christmas, and then a fall. And then in these I have some different, well, in all of these are my wood stamps in these first 3 drawers. So I really, oops, I have some, I need to figure out how to organize these better. Yeah. So, and then here I have a bunch of just 8.5 by 11 cardstock and my heat gun. And then next to that, I have my Alex drawers, which are black. And I have my Sizzix sitting here, my crocodiles and things right here behind this. And this stuff is where I keep all my other 12 by 12 paper pads. Again, I just did this, so I really need to figure out something else that works a little bit better maybe, but it works for me for now. And then in my Alex drawers, really quickly, up here I keep pretty much my silhouette stuff. So I have a bunch of mats, my blades, I have stuff for weeding vinyl, and things like that. This one is kind of loose right now. I had all my distress markers in here, but now I have my packaging for my Spectrum Noirs and my watercolor stuff. In this one I have all my stencils. And then in this one here I have my punches, which are kind of hard to see because some of them are black too. But I have punches in that one. Those are like my Stampin' Up! And things. And then in the next one I have my Martha Stewart and Edge punches. And then in the bottom one I just have all my scrap paper so that my boys can come in and they can grab some if they need it. So I think that is it. I hope I didn't make you guys sick. I was really trying to not be too shaky. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.